boy, we have a big patch note indeed. Let's look at that. SSR Rappy Red Hood, the Goddess of Victory, we narrated the Red Wheel. Joins the battlefield. Attacker who fires powerful projectiles. She can flexibly switch between burst stage 1 and burst stage 3 depending on the squad formation and counters winds and electric code enemies. Attacker 7 Dwarf 0 MG. Fire Elysian over spec. So she does count an Elysian possibly. She has a 1% chance, so she's like Pilgrims. You can get millet ticket, blah blah blah. Unused gold millet ticket will not disappear, blah 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 blah. Okay. Details on overspec Nikkes. In the special recruitment for overspec Nikkes, the featured Nikke has 1% probability of appearing. In order to recruit, she has 0.5. Okay. Pilgrim overspec wishlist. Added the Pilgrim overspec wishlist to these updates. The overall probability for the wishlist is 0.5, and you can select a total of 5 Nikkes, which is great. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna give what I think should be the most important characters for the wishlist. So let me show you what I'm gonna do personally. For the wishlist here, we have the new Pilgrim overspec here. Obviously, I would say we have the new Rappy is gonna be here. She's not available yet, obviously, so I'm not gonna be putting her here, but I would definitely put her there in the future. Now, considering the other Nikkes that we have, I think when it comes to Pilgrim, there's some very clear-cut winners here for this. I think Modernia is one of the best characters in the game. She's fantastic for bossing, she's fantastic for stories. She's got strong damage, incredible AoE possibility, she's fantastic. Scarlet is another great choice. She's one of the best DPS in the game. She has amazing wave clear and all of that. Crown, one of the best support in the game. She's literally fantastic. Her damage is great. Her defense possibilities are very strong as well. I think she's awesome. Moving on, Red Hood. Amazing DPS. Super versatile. She can be used as a support with burst 1, as a tank with burst 2, as the DPS with burst 3. Generally speaking, I tend to pair her with Modernia or with any other DPS. When I don't know what to use as a second DPS, I go for Red Hood because she's that powerful. Now we also have choices like Cinderella. I think the last part is very versatile. I think you can really just put anything you want in here. Cinderella is a great choice. She's a strong electric character. She's a rocket launcher with very interesting new mechanic. She's a defender, so she has some decoys, which is very nice. So I would say if you already have Scarlet, or if you want Scarlet, you can definitely skip Cinderella for a while unless you need the more defensive units. But she's not an absolute necessity nowadays. So it's kind of up to you, right? Now, the other thing is that we have another Scarlet. We have Black Shadow Scarlet, which is also very good. She's a rocket launcher. She has very nice AoE. She has nice clears. But a lot of people have already invested quite a lot into the normal Scarlet. But the advantage of her is that she's the only win DPS Pilgrim, so she might be a very good pick for you guys. Outside of that, we have also Dorothy. She's like one of the only very good burst 1 characters here. Rapunzel exists, but Rapunzel is also like a burst 40 cooldown. She does have its uses because like she can revive a character who's dead, so she can definitely be used sometimes. But in most cases, like if your character is dying, what are you doing? And I don't like betting on my character dying. I want to bet on just winning. And if you're betting on the character dying, then you're already losing. What are you doing? So I would say Dorothy is great. She is able to do some AoE clear. She's good for like projectile and stuff like that. So she definitely has her uses against certain bosses. Because she has like... she kind of places a marker on enemies, and when you hit the enemy, it will then activate the mark that will explode around the map. So she does have some good damage and supportive abilities. So Dorothy is a decent option. So those would be what I would say. Grave, I think she's pretty okay, but she's a bit more niche. But if you need to build a team that works for her, she's pretty good with like, I think, is it Pierce? I think she's good with Pierce. Does she buff Pierce and Fire Code, I think? So she could be good with like Evangelion. Oh, no, it's Pen team. Well, wait, Pen or Pierce? I think she's Pierce team, right? So she kind of works for Evangelion units, I believe, like, what's the name? You know what I mean. The Evangelion unit, Asuka, for example, right? But now we also know that we're getting new Evangelion collab in the future, so if the Evangelion collab characters come back and they also work with Pierce damage, she might be very, very good with them. We don't know though, but yeah, there we go. Grave works well, but her best units are gonna be someone like, you know, Asuka from the Evangelion collab, or someone like, you know, Alice, the Rabbity, because she also has pierce damage, right? So there we go. Now, you know, that's a niche, but that's a niche she definitely feels. But I feel like there are potentially some better options. So it's up to you, really. If you like those characters a lot and you want to buff them, she can be best in slot here. So there we go. Now, I would say Modernia, Scarlet, or Black Shadow, right? Like, if you have none of those characters, if you have absolutely none of them, I would say the most important character is going to be Modernia, Red Hood, Black Shadow, Crown, and finally probably the new Rappy. With the new Rappy and those characters, you're going to be able to make any team, essentially, because they are very versatile characters that can be slapped on pretty much anything, in any content. They're going to be very, very, very powerful. You can make it work. Now, if you like a character more, like, let's say you prefer having Cinderella rather than Scarlet or something like that, this is also going to work. So there you go. That would be my advice. Now, for me specifically, I mean, my Scarlet is already like core 3. My Crown is core 1. So my Modernia, for example, she's not even LMB, so I would put my Modernia here. I would put my Cinderella. I'm going to put Black Shadow. I would probably put the new Rappy. As for the rest, I mean, I could get more core on Red Hood and stuff, but I think I'll just start working toward MLBing some odd characters I don't have, like Dorothy's not MLB. And then I would say maybe I'll try to MLB Grave in the future, but I will replace Grave with Rappy. So there we go. This is gonna be my wish list. So yeah, there you go. Oh, I've got a 10 pool. Let's see if we get something. Why not? We did not. I'm crying. Alright, anyway, going back to the updates. Let's see. So we have the wishlist mold. Existing Pilgrim molds will be updated to Pilgrim Overspec mold. So what I would say, if you have mold, if you have Pilgrim mode, wait until Rappy is here. Wait until her banner is over, because when the banner is over, she will be added to it. While the banner is going to be here, she won't be in the mold. So, you know, wait it out. Be patient. The Pilgrim Tower will be updated to Pilgrim Overspec Towers. Overspec Nikkes can be used in their corresponding manufacturer's tower. And the Pilgrim Overspec Tower. This is amazing, because this means, I was like, oh god, wait, she's Overspec? So she won't be able to, she's not saving Elysion. Yes, she is! She will be able to save us in the Tribe Tower, because you can use Rappy Red Hood in both Elysium and Pilgrim / Overspec, which is amazing. We love this. Overspec Nikkes can utilize the manufacturer equipment effect of the corresponding manufacturer. So essentially, if you want to overload your gear for Rappy, she's going to be using specifically Elysian gear, not Pilgrim gear. Giving gift that correspond to Overspec Nikkes manufacturer grant bonus bond experience. Overspec Nikkes have maximum bond level of level 40, so this is similar to Pilgrims, right? Essentially, the functions of Pilgrims, that still kind of counts as Elysian on top of that, right? I don't have many of the gold Pilgrims yet, for example, Red Hood and Crown. I will put them on the wishlist, which is great, but I do wonder if I should use my gems to pull on the wishlist banner. If I should save them for the limited banner, like for Rappy Red Hood. I think you need, even though it's tempting now to use gem, because we have the Pilgrim Overspec wishlist, I think it's a very good question. In my opinion, you should still keep your gems for the Rata banner. And the reason why is because the Rata banner is gonna have characters that are limited, right? You have the Winter Limited, you have the Summer Limited, you have the collabs, you have all of those. In my opinion, you basically only want to use your gem for limited characters. All the other characters that can end up being on the wishlist, you can completely skip them or use millage tickets for Pilgrims, for example, right? That would be my... I think this is the best way to go about it. So there we go. I think just take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry. You will get those Pilgrim over time. It's not that big of a deal. Personally, that would be my opinion. Now, moving on. New Year special recruitment. So we have a rerun of Black Shadow, which is great. We get to see... That was like the past self of Scarlet, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to talk about her a lot, but she's great. Temporary participating Nikke. This is to try out characters. Step up recruits. The New Year special step-up recruit is now available. Complete all phases to obtain 1 SSR Nikke of your choice. Of your choice? Okay, and here you can see you cannot get gold mileage ticket or silver mileage ticket when recruiting in step-up recruit. The phase 1 recruit once, it's 100 gem. Phase 2 recruit 10 times, 1500 gems, 2000 gems, 3000 gems. So this is essentially, it costs less to do these step-up recruits. But that's a big discount. And once we've gotten all the phases, you will get a New Year SSR selection box, which will allow you to select 1 Nikke of your choice, excluding Pilgrim, Overspec Nikkes, Limited Time Recruit Nikkes, and other specific Nikkes. Please refer to checklist in New Year SSR selection box. So you can get any Nikkes that's not basically Pilgrim, Overspec, or Limited Time Recruit. I would say, in those circumstances, so for example, Ludmila Winter, she's a limited recruit, so she can't be in here. Crown is a Pilgrim. The new Rappy is going to be Overspec, so you won't be able to pick her. So outside of those, there's obviously some characters that are very good, like Alice and, you know, someone like Leader. But they are both available from the new wishlist system, so I wouldn't say that. But characters like Blanc, maybe. Although I think Blanc is also available in the new wishlist. Let me see the new wishlist system. Because it's a thing like, yeah, once you do like 100 points, you can exchange those points, right? Oh, it's either Liter, Naga, or Alice. In that case, I think, because those are just obtainable from pulling here up to 6 times, I would say someone like Blanc, for example, can be pretty good if you're missing her for the bunny duo. Or like Rouge, for example, so you can get like Blanc and Rouge, or like Blanc and Noir together if you want. That's a pretty good option. Characters like Drake is also an option, although Drake, now that she has a favorite item, she's going to be available from the Village Ticket Exchange as well. Characters like D Killer Wife is a great support, right? She's not a limited character, so she would be an option. Characters like Biscuit is pretty decent. Who else is going to be pretty good for those? I mean, Tia, if you want to go like Naga and Tia, but Naga and Tia don't need to be together, especially with Crown nowadays. You can definitely just run Crown and Naga together, for example. Maxwell is, I would say maybe Senti if you want like that support, that shield that she has. Wonderland Bunny Alice is a decent support. That's an option, I suppose. Then you have like some support like Marciana, Tove maybe for some shotgun teams. Debatable, maybe Helm, maybe. I'm not too sure what would be the best picks here, but there's some options. It's not too bad, I would say. So yeah, there we go. I think, honestly, the best option is probably D Killer Wife. I'm not gonna lie. So I think this is gonna be the best bet for you. If you don't have her, or if you want to MLB her, I think those are great choices. Now, moving on to the rest of the patch notes. Update, blah, 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 blah. We are over Step Up Recruit. Bloop. New costume. Last Girlhood for Naga. This is a gacha costume, so this is like the... You can expect to pay 60 bucks for that. The Ein Handmade Festa costume. I think this one is super cute. Same with Zvei. But Ein, I tend to use her in my team, so I'm probably gonna get this one. Zvei, I'm not really using her, so I'll skip that. We're getting the new event, Footstep Walk and Run. Rappy is determined to carry her inheritance and continue forward. Before taking that step, she shares the path with her precious comrades. Participate in Footstep Walk Run event page and complete stage to get event item which can be used to exchange for various rewards such as recruit vouchers and development material. Awesome! So we get event part 1, story 1. This is from right now until January 16th. That's going to be the end of the event. And obviously, starting January 2nd, we'll be getting part 2 of the story, which is also when we'll be able to actually pull for Rappy. She's not out yet. She's going to be out in a week. Now, for part 3, this is going to be afterward. It's like 1 week until we'll get there. Alone Survivor is being added to Archive, which is great. We're getting an Out of Uniform special event, a joy celebration initiated to welcome the new year. Dressed to the 9, a group of students embarks on the New Year greeting tour. Cute! 14-day login event, classic. Full birthday event, classic. Daily bonus reward, classic. New Year bonus event, classic. Soul raid, classic. Coordinated up. The same as always. Hard mode, beta season. After defeating all bosses in normal mode, hard mode will be available the day after the daily reset. Players will be able to participate in the takedown with all the units in the clear normal mode on the same day. In hard mode, the total damage dealt will be recorded to determine the ranking. So this is the new beta season. This is the first time we're getting a hard mode for Union Raid, which is great. Players are grouped based on the number of days they taken to clear normal mode. If the number of days taken to clear normal mode is the same, the ranking will be determined based on the total damage dealt in takedown. Awesome. Additional rewards will be granted based on the clearing groups from your first clear after defeating all bosses. In normal mode, if you fail to clear the stage, you will receive participation rewards. Union chiefs will be granted based on your ranking and can be exchanged for materials such as cubes in the Union shop. Cubes? Union shop? That's awesome! Union should be level 3. The basic season aims to improve the gameplay. All players who enter the ranking will get ranking rewards meant for higher rankings. When the regular season begins, ranking rewards will be given based on the actual ranking. Awesome. We are getting some new gameplay and features, wishlist updates, that's what we talked about, added new titles, new profile cards, new commodities, new paths, blah blah blah. They didn't talk about favorite items, did they? I probably skipped it by mistake. No, I guess I missed it. Are we not getting new favorite? I thought maybe they're for later. Did I misunderstand the live stream? Maybe I did. I mean, let me see. No desired favorite item. I guess I misunderstood the live stream. Do we know when we're getting those? Do you guys know? I don't know. You still don't have normal Scarlet for 2 years? It took me a while to get normal Scarlet, yeah. Yeah, I guess I misunderstood. Let me see. Nikke, new favorite items. I don't remember. I thought we're getting a new favorite items, but yeah, I don't know. Helmdrake milk or something else? Yeah, but they're not in game, so I guess they haven't had it yet. Were they supposed to be for later? I don't remember. Miranda, yeah, she's getting one. Nikke? I'm so sorry for this. I just don't remember. Petite, get off the table. Petite, come on. Oh, they didn't give date. Oh, I thought they gave a date. Okay, well, now we know. Petite, get off the table. I swear to God.
Gonna be and milk.
It's coming your way.
They all look pretty rare.
Yeah, I guess they didn't say it would be coming. Fair enough, you know, it is what it is. Alright, well, I'm looking forward to those. Anyway, that's it for the patches. The patch note. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was useful somehow, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!